Today we have a very difficult decision to make as parents.
Do we allow our kids to Thank you, Chrissy from Portland, for the Stumptown. I'm pretty excited to drink this.
Are you awesome?
Stumptown is Ben and mine's favorite coffee.
Chrissy, thank you. Today is a tricky day. For those of you who have been watching, you know what our family has been going through very publicly on this vlog. 3 days ago, being informed that we are no longer invited to camp. 2 days ago, canceling all of our summer plans. Appalachian Trail. Yeah, who left this morning? Did Fresh Ground go bye-bye this morning?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was so sad.
Oh, you were sad?
Mm-hmm.
But we said goodbye to him last night, right?
Nope.
You said that, will I ever see you again?
Yeah.
I hope we see him again. Where do you want to see him?
On the Appalachian Trail.
Yeah, on the Appalachian Trail. Hopefully. Now, it's like the ultimate plot twist though, because we're not renting our house, our summer plans are canceled, but my parents and some other family members are still going to this camp. And that presents complications for us, both emotionally and practically. Let's just talk about the practical ones for now. There's still a possibility that our kids might be able to go. That's like really kind of this crazy dilemma.
Yeah. Like all the circumstances of the kids still going just feels really crappy. I want them actually to be able to have the fun and the experience still, but it feels like it's not so much I feel like they're abandoning me, but just the situation. It brings out even more feelings from being like if we were all like we're all rejected together and we're all here together, and then it feels a little more like camaraderie. But to have us split up and have the kids go and do, it's just hard.
Hi, Mama. Hi, Dada.
It's like getting kicked out from your family. The kids are still invited to certain family members' houses of yours, but I'm not.
Right.
So like, if we're gonna be involved in that system, I have to say goodbye to my kids to let them do things.
It's like worse than like letting your kids do things on their own. You're not even like allowed to be in the places that they're participating in.
And this isn't like sending your kids to school, because for those of you that aren't familiar with these types of spiritual communities, when you send your kids to school, you have to say goodbye because you're like, oh, well, people over 12 years old aren't allowed. And it's all people over 12 years old. It's kind of like an order thing. There's not a judgment that comes along with that. It's just like universal requirement. This is different.
Yeah.
Like, the reason why we're not allowed, and people won't exactly say that, but it's because we're viewed as less than. And like I said, it's really important. People won't use those words.
We're sinners, we're fallen.
We're praying for you, we love you. There's these other like code words. There's these, we need to repent. There's these other code words that are used, but having come from that background for so long, I know that you're trained to view people that don't contain in their hand the same truth that you do as really someone that needs to be converted and changed and informed and educated. They're a sub-person compared to you.
Yeah.
So the question is, and this is just what I want you guys to be thinking about today as we vlog this with your own kids, how would you deal with this if your kids wanted to go away from you and be with the people in the environment that views you as less than?
Yeah.
How would you deal with it? All right?
All right.
I'm gonna enjoy my coffee.
some new developments that have been happening with the whole Washington trip. So my grandma and grandpa are still going out there. That was the first place I jumped to when I first found out, thinking that it's still worth it for us to go out there even if we don't go to the camp. And so we should still do that. But then we kind of concluded, or my mom and dad as a family concluded, that it really wasn't worth it. And just some things to prepare the house and pack and schedule, and only go out there for like 2 weeks now. There's a possibility that Eden 7 and I might be going with our grandparents. Some things fell into place, but there would have to be a lot more things to fall into place for that to happen. So we really don't know. But it's really tough because I want to go there so bad. And I want to see my cousins so bad. And I was looking forward to this for so long. My expectations for this month were just so horribly high. I think I feel the need to like salvage what I can. But it just really sucks because like while I really, really want to go, I almost feel like betraying my mom and dad by going in a way, because especially to the camp, not really out to Washington. I don't think it is betraying them, but it's just like one of the things I feel. And it's a lot of work, like, to think about, and to like, I didn't think I would have to figure this out. Like, there's a lot of things where like I really want something to happen, and so I'll figure out as many different possibilities and ways to make it happen. But this trip to Washington has been one of the things where I haven't had to do anything, like, because we're all on board with it, and my mom and dad like want to go out there, and we just all plan it, and I don't have to push anything or figure out anything. And it's not like an obligation, like I don't feel obligated to anyone in Washington to go out there, but I just feel like so robbed, and like I need to salvage it. I'm like 18, and this could be like the last year, like even with some of my cousins who are around my age, for us all to be there together. And I know that's just like one of the excuses I'm making, but it could be true. Like, it could be true. The more and more I'm having to like figure things out or trying to make things work, the more I'm like, it just sucks that we can't all go. Like, we were all gonna go and now we can't, and that just, I don't know. Yeah, it just really, really sucks. Across I'm mailing these. They have 2 stickers in each of them to all of our Patreon members who are paying, is it like $5 and over?
Yeah, $5 or $10. More than $5. And people ordered so many stickers that I had to order more of them. So now we have a bunch more stickers. We didn't clarify that it had to be in the United States. So we got someone in Canada, Jericho and Nico in Belgium. But guess what? We're still shipping them. So thank you for everyone that supported us on Patreon. This month, Fridays, we're gonna plug it, or at least explain it. If you donate $5 a month, then we are gonna give you access to a special monthly Q&A. I think this month's is gonna be pretty interesting just because of what we're going through. We'll see where that goes. And if you donate $10 a month, you get to vote on what the topics are about that we cover. So thank you for everyone that donated here. These are all those people. Man, it's really cool. So they got 2 stickers each. Mm-hmm. But we got to go to the post office to mail those. And by we, I mean you.
Okay, so right now I'm leaving to go to the post office to mail these. Just got that done. I'm really hoping that everything goes okay and that they all get mailed correctly.
It costs $1.15 to mail 2 stickers to Canada and Belgium.
So we had a really tough decision about whether or not to let our kids go to Washington. For those of you guys who have been following us in 2019, you know, it wasn't that tough of a decision because there's no rules in our household in 2019. And this qualifies for that. And I think there's a pressure to make an exception in this case and to say, maybe we should like put our foot down, and these people are treating us so poorly, so either we should like try and boycott them and like push our power that way, or reinforce our own security by pressuring our kids is what it would come down to, because they want to go, their friends are there. Like, just because this thing happened to us, I think it makes it conflicted for them, and you heard their perspective, but it doesn't change everything for them. It doesn't make the good things not good. If we pressured our kids to stay home, I think we could, in a way, like win the battle for the next month. We'd have good family times, it would feel good. But I know if that their heart is being drawn to this place and these people, it's important for me to remember, these people there, they're not the enemy. This place is not the enemy just because they're treating us this way. I believe there's a system of thought that's much bigger than them that we're trying to teach our kids to avoid. But they can learn to avoid it here or there. And mostly they're gonna learn by us modeling it and giving them freedom to explore and to see what it's like to live in a place that has freedom, and what it's like to go to a place where they really kind of like enforce and they're really insecure about what they believe, so they have to use their power to control other people. And that's why, even though it feels a little bit weird to me, I made the call for myself that if they choose to go, I will support them and try and encourage them in whatever ways I can, because I know it's not going to be easy for them.
Yeah.
But it's confusing.
Yeah, and I feel very similar. I want them to make this choice for themselves. I will support them in whatever choice they make. It feels weird to me as well. But I don't really want to, just because this was done to us by these people in the school of thought, system of thought, that doesn't necessarily mean our kids need to respond a certain way. Like, I don't want to put that on them. They're in a very different place in life than we are. You know, their friends are not the ones, they're not even the same age as the ones making the decisions up there. And so it's like a really different thing. But I do think that they feel weird about it, about the whole thing.
Well, and we've learned to trust our kids to make decisions that we wouldn't make ourselves. I don't even like to call them bad decisions anymore. I know I used to think, well, if I can see it from this perspective, and if you're making a different decision, yours is a bad decision and mine's a good decision. I don't even believe that anymore. It's with the information that they have and the drive that they have, maybe it's a great decision, but they get to make it.
It could even be that if they do end up going, that would help them process things more clearly for themselves than if they were to stay.
So this channel title is not a joke, you know, Fight for Together. I think it's intuitive to think, oh, fighting for together just means getting rid of iPads and just hanging out in close proximity and holding hands and singing Kumbaya. But it's not that simple. Like, what happens when the birds want to fly the coop and when they want to leave? Like, how tight do we hold on to? And we're learning about a different style of relationship now that's fairly new to us, like young adults.
Like, fighting for together a lot of times means letting go.
Yeah. And I think we're more likely to have together in the long run. Like that, and that's way more important to me than this month. Or to show someone like, oh, we boycotted you this month. I would rather have a relationship with my kids than to look good or something for some Bible camp. No one wins here. Like, everyone loses in that system, and I don't want to perpetuate that system. Okay, this was a hell of a week, you guys, and my work kind of came to a standstill as a result of, well, Fresh Ground came in town, and that was really fun. Hanging out, we had a lot of good moments we didn't really show on camera.
Monday, we were all geared up, ready to go. We had a week before we were supposed to leave, and then Tuesday, everything came to a crash.
Eden like packed all of her stuff down to the basement, and now she's like bringing it all back up.
I know. It's been a weird week. We're in transition.
It doesn't feel very productive, but we're gonna take a rest day the next day, 24 hours anyways.
Yeah.
Hope this is valuable for you to see how we're processing. I mean, this is like fucking dramatic. At least it is in our life. I don't know how it comes across on camera. Everything got turned upside down, like practically, and then today, like even emotionally with the kids, like there's just been these issues, and they're still waiting to hear from my parents if they're actually gonna go. My parents are having this discussion now if they can figure out a way.
Some people might wonder, well, why don't you just go and not go to the camp? And it's kind of complicated. The short answer is just we orchestrated our whole vacation around the camp. So we talked about it, we thought about it, but in the end, Ben and I just felt like it's not worth it enough for us to make all the sacrifices we would have to make with this whole week of camp just cut out of there.
See you guys next week.
Shabbat Shalom.